What's your monthly nut? So take us through this chapter.
This is very, very critical. Again, this is a direct quote from one of the lawyers I interviewed who works with lots of entrepreneurs. Monthly nut is simply put, how much money do you need each month in order to maintain your current and possibly future lifestyle? So very simply put, if I approach you, Dr. Batra, and say, Dr. Batra, you're running this business, I'm good at selling this business. How much money would you like? It seems very simple, and maybe we answer saying it's 50,000 rupees, or maybe it is 5 lakh rupees, whatever the number is. But then the moment you start digging in, especially if you're an entrepreneur, how much of your expenses are being taken care of by your company now? Is your phone bill paid by your company now? Is your health insurance paid by your company now? Is your car paid by your company? So once you have sold your business, these inflows are not going to be there. At least those are directly not good. So first, in your expense column, do you understand all the expenses today, regardless of who is paying for it? The moment you have a child who's going to go to school or college, the moment you have a child whose wedding needs to be done, and by now, if you're a successful entrepreneur, then you want that wedding to be big, which means, what about one-off expenses that you're going to incur, which are not monthly expenditures for you, unless you treat them as monthly expenditure. So suddenly what happens is, so when you ask someone saying, look, if you sell your business and want to maintain your current lifestyle, how much money do you need? And they say, 5 lakh a month is plenty for me, let's say. Then you start digging in. The reality is there's a whole bunch of assumptions they have made, which they have not accounted for. Now we ask, okay, if you need to make this 60 lakhs a year, how much money do you need in the bank if you have no other income? Then you find out, wait a second, they are assuming 8% return, maybe 3% return might be better. What about tax? What about capital gains? So suddenly you start clawing all of these and people realize, wait a second, and the longer you have run your business, the worse it is actually. Because so much of what you're doing in your business, and especially in the Indian context, if you look at entrepreneur as in proprietor enterprises, so clearly this is very much intertwined there, which means you take it apart. So the moment tomorrow I buy your business, I go away. Now, none of those expenses are being met for you by the company. Then what is the amount of money you need? So that about 5% of entrepreneurs know this to the nickel, to the dime, to the paisa, last paisa. But most others are so tied in emotionally and energetically with their business that they have no idea what it is. First and most basic reason you're not happy after selling your business is you think you made a good deal. Then you find you can't take your wife on that vacation you promised her after working 10 years that you would take her off, right? Because you just don't have the free cash flow.
Absolutely. So thank you for defining that. What are your monthly needs, and what is your ambition? I think they both come together.
Yes.
Sometimes the larger point you're making here is entrepreneurs of certain lifestyle. What is the number that funds that lifestyle? Sometimes that's they need to factor the future.